I'm Amy, I think. Sometimes I have to check the name sewn into my underwear, but that only works if I'm wearing underwear. I never am, because I'm a computer, and they don't wear underwear. So, it's not my fault if I forget things a lot of sometimes. I tried to remember things by not forgetting them, but the only thing I remembered is that I don't have any underwear. I also remembered I often forget things. Perhaps I should get some underwear, just in case computers really do wear them, and I'm making myself look silly. You can never really tell, can you? Usually I work as a doorstop. I used to hold the door open, and that was a fun job, but now they've put me on the other side of the door to stop it hitting the wall. It's still fun, but it's not as rewarding. Still, I give it my best. I'm going to tell you about one of my most favoritist films of all time. I like Star Wars, The Last Jedi, because it's a Star Wars film with The Last Jedi in it. I like that the title helps you to know what the film is all about. I think that's really clever. This film was made by Rian Johnson, and Johnson is an old word for a man's sticky outy bits. I don't think Rian means anything though, so his name might mean, no genitals. I'm looking for the hidden meanings in films, and I found one right there. I'm as clever as Rian Johnson. So, Star Wars was films about space and stuff. In this space, is stuff that isn't space, which is where a lot of the film actually happens. It's like in other films like James Bond, where a lot of the time, nothing is happening inside James Bond at all. It's so confusing. There was already 3 films from the olden days, before CGI, but it was okay because they went back and put CGI in it. That made everyone happy, I'm sure. Everyone loved those films, so the maker, George Lucas, made some more.
Hello, I like money.
What inspired you to build a second Krusty Krab right next door to the original?
Money.
He was very clever though, and made the new films before he made the old ones. He must have a time machine, or maybe I've just forgotten how physics works. I do that sometimes. I forget how things work and then terrible things happen, like the door won't stay open anymore. One time I forgot how gravity works, but I didn't float away or anything, so maybe that proves it isn't real. I was told that people didn't like the newer, older films as much. I don't know why, because I think Jar Jar Binks was funny. So George sold his films to Disney. Disney is like a big dragon that eats tons of money, and then movies come out the other end. They certainly seem like they came out the back end of something. So, Disney bought the Star Wars, and made their own, newer films with all new characters who were sort of copies of the old ones. Sometimes they put old ones in and they die. Only old ones die, the new ones don't die, no matter how much people want them to. We've got Rey. She's a magical fairy that can do anything, just like I wish I was. She can fly space cars, and beat men with glow sticks, and fix things, and everyone likes her. One day, I want to be just like she is when I grow up. If only someone would give me a magic glow stick, then I could fly space cars and everyone would like me, too. There's also Finn. I don't know what he's like, because they never bothered to write a character for him, but I bet he's really nice if you get to know him. He likes running away. He runs away a lot. There's Poe. He sort of flies airy planes. Sometimes he likes to get captured, but then he flies airy planes again. He reminds me of a box of oranges for no reason. There's a man in a black mask. He gets angry and breaks things because he didn't get enough hugs. His daddy tried to hug him and he stabbed him with his red glow stick. His dad was much less alive after that. I don't really remember the others because my brain is too small to have lots of things in it. Then The Last Jedi happened. This film has everything. It has little penguins things, and green milk and riding horses, and stories that don't matter, women with purple hair that don't matter, and the bad man from the last film who dies because he doesn't matter either. We also find out Ray doesn't matter, Finn already didn't matter and nobody listens to Poe, so he doesn't matter either. It was written by Rian Johnson. I think he's so clever. So Ray has to give the glow stick back to the man who owns it. He owned it because his dad got his legs and arms cut off by a man who took it, and gave it to him. So then his dad cut his hand off and he lost it, and then getting old happened. Now he looks like he's going to tell Ray to get off his lawn, and then tell her how young people were better behaved when he was her age. But he just tossed the glow stick away, which snubvertled our exploration. I didn't know what to think, so I just thought nothing at all. It usually works for me. I didn't get where I am today by thinking. If you do what I do, maybe one day, you could also be a doorstop. Or Rian Johnson. Then he drank green milk. Ray wanted to train to be a Jedi for reasons. I don't know why she bothered because she was already good at everything. I don't think it's fair on her to have to work at something, it undermines her achievements. I want to be like Ray. Luke doesn't feel like it because, one time, he didn't like his nephew. But his nephew later killed his father with a glow stick, so maybe that was alright all along. I will never like my nephews again. Luck lives on an island with little penguin things. I think he eats them because they look delicious. Also, the rebels in this are having a fight. They're all moving in a straight line very slowly, which is very exciting. The bad people, who appear to be the duly elected officials running the galaxy, are waiting for them to run out of fuel. I think they'll invite them to a big party. I never get invited to parties, even if there are doors to hold open. So Finn and a girl go off on an adventure. Nothing they do does anything. The girl and Finn see who can be most interesting without having a character written for them. It ends in a draw. Then, a woman with purple hair doesn't like Poe. Then, the princess is in it. She used to be in the old flums and she floats in space, and then goes for a nice lay down. Old people are funny. They say I won't get old because my insides are all wrong. And then Ray talks to the tantrum man who doesn't like Luke. He cuts his boss in half. I think his boss didn't let him hold the door open enough. Then there's lots of red on the screen. Then there's a bit more of a fight. The rebels are in a cave and big walkie things want to kill them. The girl we don't care about likes Finn now, for some reason, and some stuff happens that I can't really remember. Then Luke gets shot at by the walkery things but he's magic now, and then he dies. Then Ray moves rocks and the flum ends. This is a very good flum. Ray moves rocks, which is very clever because rocks don't like moving and they don't usually do it on their own. I don't think they do. I am a little bit scared of rocks because they would be very good at doing my job, but they wouldn't be good at it if Ray came round for a nice cup of tea. They would want to move around and then I don't think the door would stay open. I think the hidden message of this flum was that Ray is a very good character. Finn wears a jacket sometimes and I like jackets. The princess doesn't look the same anymore, I think her skeleton got smaller. A lot of people didn't like this flum, but Rian Johnson said they were wrong.
Sure. I mean, it says right in the script, forget the past, kill it if you have to. And you're doing a pretty good job.
I'm trying.
His face is round. I thunked about it, and everyone should watch this flum. My favorite thing was the bit where something interesting happened. I forget what it was. Merry Christmas.